Welcome back to CBCP News Conversations. Once again mga kapatid, I am Nico Balbidina. And today we have a very special episode. And I say that this is very special kasi not only is this the first time na meron tayong guest na bishop, this is also the first time din na may pag-uusapan tayo na very pasok din sa times ngayon sa mga issues sa ating lipunan ngayon. So without further ado, mas maganda siguro kung ipakilala na lang ni Bishop yung sarili niya sa inyo. So Bishop.
Thank you, Nico. Magandang hapon po o umaga o gabi sa inyong lahat kung saan man kayo. Ako po si Bishop Joel Baylon ng Diocese ng Legazpi. Ako po sa kasalukuyan ay na-elect na ang chair ng Episcopal Commission on Prison Pastoral Care. Actually, magdadalawang taon na ho ako dito bilang chair ng commission na ito, at ito po ay isang napaka-challenging na role na trabaho ko mula nang ako'y maging obispo some 20 years ago. Kasi for quite a while I was chairman of the Youth Commission, at syempre mga kabataan yung syempre kasalamuhan ko doon. Pero ngayon, Nico, karamihan ay mga, hindi naman talaga senior citizen, pero mga
off-age na rin
off-age na yung mga nandito nagtumutuloy, yung mga prison volunteers. And maybe later we will understand why they have, it's this kind of age bracket na nandun, at saka kung paano din sila tumagal. But otherwise, that is who I am ngayon sa CBCP.
So medyo malayo pala yung skip from the youth ngayon nasa prison ang handle niyo to very different worlds.
Yes.
So nito nakaraan I heard na merong naging convention or meeting of the people involved in this prison ministry. Kwento niyo po ano nangyari nun?
Yeah, actually nitong nakaraang linggo, nandun sila sa Bethlehem Pastoral Center sa diocese ko sa Legazpi. Actually, it is in the barangay of Sogod, Bakakay, Albay. At kailan ba yun? Nitong March 27 hanggang February 27 hanggang March 1. They were there, and we had this General Assembly, 11th General Assembly actually. Ang tawag namin dun sa pagtitipon-tipon na yon ng mga prison volunteers at saka prison chaplains. In fact, mayroong ilang mga BJMP priests, yung mga chaplains ng BJMP, at saka yung mga chaplains na rin itong mga colonies na tinatawag natin yung sa Iwahig. So, ito yung mga malalaking colonies ng Bureau of Correction, nandun din sila. So itong yung more or less the composition nitong General Assembly at composition namin, which we do every now and then, ang mga 2 to 3 years. But this is my first time, kasi nga sabi ko nga 2 years pala ako bago akong doon.
So, ano po yung mga na-discuss? Ano yung isa sa mga pinaka-importanting mga topics na na-discuss nyo po?
Well, yung tema po namin na pinili ay parang humiram kami dun sa team ng Year of the Youth ngayon. Di ba, panahon ito o taon ito ng kabataan. And ang pinaka-title na Youth in Mission, Beloved, Gifted, Empowered. Mga ganun. So, hiniram namin yung tatlong salitang yon: Beloved, Gifted, Empowered in Prison Ministry. More or less, yun ang namin. Kasi gusto nga namin na first, to encourage one another, because like you said at the start, very challenging itong ito, although it is really very relevant sa ating panahon ngayon, mga issues at mga hinaharap natin mga challenges. So anyway, one was to encourage one another, also to continue to update ourselves kung ano ang mga nangyayari sa palibot natin para matugunan from the perspective of prison ministry. Always aware that ito ang gusto namin ipaabot sa aming ginagawa at sa mga nakakahalubilo namin sa mga bilangguan, that justice is supposed to be healing. It is supposed to be restorative. Hindi punitive. It is not condemnatory. Hindi ang justice system is not supposed to condemn and destroy the human person. Gaano man siya kasama, gaano man kalaki ang nagawa niya na mali, ay tao pa rin siya na nararapat lamang na tulungan, maibangon sa kanyang dignidad bilang tao. At yun, maharap niya muli ang lipunan na may sariling confidence din. Kasi natanggap niyang muli natanggap niya ang kanyang pagkakasala at naturuan na rin siyang magbagong buhay. Yun ang parang more or less the general lines always whenever we gather. But more specifically this time, of course, we invited several individuals who would help us understand better yung political situation, like former Solicitor General Florin Hilbay. He was one of our speakers, and we wanted to invite Vice President Leni Robredo sana, kaya lang may conflict of schedule. We also asked a young lawyer, si Attorney Joy Taule, who has been involved with human rights issues ganon, and she has been lawyering for usually itong mga yung some victims ng EJK ganon. Kaya marami siyang naibahagi dito sa mga participants na
Father Bishop, ang ganda ng sinabi po ninyo na ang justice should be a healing process, no? It should be restorative. Sa 2 years po ninyo bilang namumuno diyan sa prison ministry, how close are we dun sa image ng justice na yun, na healing, na hindi siya punitive, na ano po?
Well, sa I don't want to sound, very, negative about it, but we are a long way towards that. As you know, itong klase ng natin ngayon, the way our government is looking at the justice system, the criminal justice system, ay parang hindi patungo doon. Like, they are working towards restoring the death penalty, which definitely is not restorative. It's punitive yun. Kasi parang inatulan mo na yun, dahil malaking kasalanan nito, ay kailangan patayin. Yun. Pangalawa, yung lowering ng age of criminal accountability and responsibility, bringing it down all the way down to 9 years old. Na alam naman natin, and many psychologists have been proclaiming na yung mga batang yan, wala pa yung talagang tunay na gagap sa kanilang ginagawa. And many times they are just being used. They didn't do it on their own, which is what a real adult mga people would do in an act of criminality, ganon. Sariling isip, alam nila yun, they decide. Ito mga kabataan ito, nag-isip ba ito na magkakalat ako ng shabu, magnanakaw ako? Sometimes magnanakaw yan kasi gutom. But many times, these young people, these young boys and girls, do all this criminal acts because they are told to do this. And so, nasaan yung talagang full accountability ng mga ito? Even more morally, we're saying that a big act, di ba sabi sa kasalanan, ang isang mortal sin has to have 3 conditions. It is a grave matter. There must be full consent on the part, full knowledge on the part ng gumawa ng kasalanan, at full consent. Pag yung full knowledge ay kulang na, hindi na yung mortal sin. I'm talking of this ethical side ng ating pananampalataya. Even more so comparing it to the situation of a young boy or a young girl who is being blamed for an act that he has done. Ano pa naman ang masasabi natin na full knowledge niya? Even full consent, we would question that kasi wala naman siya magagawa. Otherwise, pwede siyang paluin o he would be harmed, the worst, gano'n. So, these are the things that we are trying to work with the different groups and volunteers din sa prison ministry. And those I would like to mention na hindi lang ito yung CBCP, maraming mga what do you call this? Well, these are Catholic groups, but they are not within really strictly under the CBCP.
Mostly mga volunteer
groups ito, yes. And I'm very happy that they are there. Sabi ko nga kanina sa simula, and most of these are already in those mga retired teacher siguro, o wala nang trabaho, tapos na sila sa nila. So they have time for prison ministry, and they have been there. Some of them have been there. I've been doing this for the last 20 years. So magugulat ka rin naman kasi the prison ministry is not is a often difficult ministry to do kasi yun nga, kuminsan hindi sila papapasukin. kuminsan masyadong stricto ang ano doon, pag ano, and then, kuminsan, wala ka rin magawa.
Kasi hindi niya rin man pwede ipilit
Yeah.
na papasok kami dyan, gagawin
Yeah.
kami maganda.
That's right,
Ganun
yeah.
na po. Pero wala naman po tayong shortage sa mga volunteers, sa mga taong ano.
Well, kung sa shortage, marami, meron, kasi, you know, I wish we could have really more, ano, and in fact, there are also some dioceses who have not really, they don't have really a well-organized prison ministry. So, ganun pa rin. Dahil, kumisan, hindi malaman nga, siguro kulang sa pare, kulang sa mga volunteers nga. Meron nandun pa rin, marami yung pangangailangan pa.
And Bishop, as we go closer to the end of our conversation, siguro may message kayo no, sa mga nanonood sa atin na gusto din nilang tumulong sana, pero they don't think that they could. May mga limitations na tinitignan. Also, pwede nyo rin po kausapin yung mga tao na, yun po, invite nyo po sila to be volunteers for the prison ministry.
Ang unang-una po, ang prison ministry is has a wide variety of forms of assistance and ministry reaching out. Nandun na po yung liturgical ministry doon, yung pagkakaroon ng misa, nandun na po siyempre yung mga pare na kung pwedeng madagdagan pa ito mga magbo-volunteer na tumulong sa amin sa mga bilangguan. Napakarami ng mga bilangga natin na halos walang regular na masses sa kanilang sa kanilang lugar. Pangalawa, nandun din po yung need for people who could counsel the inmates, simply to listen to them, simply to be present, to acknowledge that mahalaga sila. Kahit walang solusyon tayong maibigay, just to be able to be present for them is important already. Secondly, thirdly, there are the legal and paralegal services na pwede rin nating may pagkaloob kasi marami dyan na they are languishing in jail simply because they have no one to help them. They don't know what's happened to their case. Nakalimutan na silang daigdig. So they have been there for many years. And sometimes, when they finally get sentenced, sinintensya ng 3 taon, 5 taon lang nakabilanggo. So may utang pa yung gobyerno sa kanila. Parang ganon. And of course, there are many others like opportunity for visiting their families, kung hindi sila pwedeng, kung hindi nila alam kung nasaan yung mga family nila. So, it's a whole variety of, wide range of things that we can do for the inmates. And of course, if we could not be there, prayers, especially that our government would be able to be sensitive enough to the plight of these people who have been deprived of liberty. Na sila din ay taong tulad nating mga malaya at na matulungan na sila ay pagkalooban ng pangalawa pang pagkakataon, isa pang pagkakataon. Because life is like that. It's always an opportunity for second chances. And the ministry believes in that.
So Bishop, napakaganda. Ang dami ko natutunan din personally. Number one, hindi tayo mauubusan ng paraan para tumulong sa ministry na yun. Tapos nandun na rin nga po yung ano ba talaga yung justice, how it should be, how it should work. Yung issues revolving around the prison ministry. It's so good to hear this from the perspective of not only a bishop, but also of someone who leads the prison ministry and also had been with young people dati. So yun, mga friends, mga kapatid, sana this has been a very fruitful conversation for you as well. Sana natuto rin kayo ng mga natutunan ko ngayon sa conversation na to. So, once again, my name is Nico Balbidina and I am with
Bishop Baylon po ng Legazpi.
Kita-kits ulit very soon.